Ambi Nicole here. Today I'm going to be doing a collaboration with some of my friends on Facebook and YouTube here. My girl V Loves, and our group on Facebook is called V Loves Collabs. Today we are going to be doing a collaboration called Our Most Embarrassing Moment. I will leave a playlist below with all of the other wonderful videos from all of the other wonderful participants. I do hope you check that out and give them a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe as well. Well, I guess a thumbs up is like, isn't it? Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my most embarrassing story, stay tuned. As you noticed, I am wearing a Hooters shirt. You might be asking yourself, why on earth would Ambi Nicole be wearing a Hooters shirt? Why would she even own one? Well, my most embarrassing story, and let me preface this all by saying that it takes a lot to embarrass me. And so it took me a long time to think of a story that truly causes me embarrassment. I have no shame. But anyhow, Hooters. I am not your typical hot girl per se, but there was a time I was looking for a job and I decided to pretty much just try anywhere. I had never been a server before. I never really wanted to be a server. I've tried being a server since and I still hated it. But let's just say I spent about 3 to 4 days at Hooters. And it was a crazy hiring process. I mean, you honestly had to go through, I believe it was a 3-step process. You had to come back 3 different times and do 3 different interviews. The job itself was quite embarrassing. You had to wear this shirt, these little orange shorts, suntan pantyhose, which, I mean, these things were like orange, and it doesn't matter what your skin tone was, you had to wear those pantyhose. If you got a run in those pantyhose, you had to go to the vending machine in the back and pay $10 for another pair. And if you remember those 80s, like super long socks, the scrunchy ones, you had to wear those too. And like specific Skechers shoes. But anyways, that in itself was a little embarrassing. But honestly, I just kind of wanted to see if a girl like me, you know, a B cup, just average as heck, could get the job. And I will show you pictures, which is the embarrassing part. I never intended for there to be pictures of me working at Hooters, but there is. So let me make sure I have all the prefaces down. I think that's it. I worked at the Dayton, Ohio location, and they would have us do really embarrassing things. Like, they were kind of fun, to be honest, but if it weren't for that, I probably would have lasted maybe a day. I really just did not enjoy this job, or serving in general, but that's a whole nother story. Alright, so they would have us go outside and, like, play with skip-its, if you remember those from the early 90s. You would put the hoop around your leg, and it would have this, like, I guess, not a string, but something that attaches to a ball with a counter, and you skip around it. It's hard to explain. If you don't know what a skip-it is, Google it. It's worth a Google. Anyhow, they would also have us, like, hula hoop, and they would have us do it out in front of the building to attract customers. Well, I did not realize that there was a particular gentleman who would come to the Dayton Hooters location, and I guess other Ohio locations, and maybe even locations around the country. I'm not sure about that. But I guess back in those days he had a MySpace dedicated to photographs, mostly candids, of girls from Hooters. And at Hooters he had printed out pictures. Like, there was a board of the pictures he had printed out. But there were candids and things like that that would be on his MySpace page. And I did not know this page existed. So I guess I was out there hula hooping, skippeting, you know, tying my shoe, just minding my own business. And somehow this guy, I guess, snapped photos of me without me even knowing. So one day I'm sitting around with my friends watching wrestling or like playing video games or something, and one of my friends, he was scrolling through MySpace and he was like, hey, did you know that there's a picture of you on this Hooters webpage, this guy's Hooters photography page? And I was like, no. Let me see what's going on here. So I'll show you the pictures now. You can tell by these photos, I had no idea that I was being photographed. I mean, look at this, bent over. Cringeworthy. And they're still on MySpace, on my page as well, that I can't really access. I'll figure out how to do that someday. But I believe, as far as I know, this guy probably still has a page too. But yeah, my most embarrassing moment was the moment when I saw that picture of me bent over tying my shoe in those stupid shorts, in those stupid pantyhose, with my stupid bleached hair and my weave. It was just, I was a mess. The picture's a mess, and it's just embarrassing. Like, I really couldn't think of anything that truly embarrassed me, because if I fall or something, I'm laughing. It's just mishaps. I typically laugh at myself, which I guess is a really good thing. But in this case, it's just... That's honestly the most embarrassing thing I can think of, and the fact that they're still surfaced on the internet. They're forever, for everyone to see, for all of eternity. But if you have any more questions about my Hooters experience, or if you have any interesting Hooters experiences of your own, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them and feel a little bit better about my situation. If you're not already a Forest friend and would like to be, just subscribe and you'll become one of us. You'll be up to date on all my new videos. I do story times, reviews, collaborations, tags, you name it. I do it all. So, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.